What's up, guys, and welcome. It's InfernoKun here with my Q&A number 9. It's been a while since my last one. I think about like 3 months, so sorry about that. I've been like focusing my last few months on school and haven't got a chance to do my Q&A, so of course I'm bringing it back to answer the questions from you guys. So since these aren't the freshest, newest questions, I'll reword them, of course, and add stuff to them. And I might do my number 10 in like a week or two because I want some newer questions because this is fun, so I want newer questions, and I might well go ahead and do that, very soon. So let's go ahead and answer some questions. Number 1 coming from Alex, asking favorite non-playable character in Game of Thrones and Tales from the Borderlands. Now, Game of Thrones would have to be definitely Arthur Glenmore. I just love the character, and he's an ally, so that's pretty awesome. So Arthur, his character, like whenever he asks you to go ahead and take out Griff, you respond yes, and he's like, you get the army, and he's like, whenever you tell him to kill anyone that moves during the White Hill siege or whatever, he does it without hesitation. He doesn't really care, and he's just super responsive, a super good friend too. So definitely has to be Arthur Glenmore. I love him. He's just awesome. If it wasn't him, it would probably be Talia. So Tales from the Borderlands will definitely be Sasha. I'll probably answer this another one, but yeah, Sasha definitely. She's just so awesome, so funny, yet she's good with guns, and she's super stylish. So definitely Sasha. Then you ask, in a fight between Asher and Jane, who would win? That would, without question, be Asher. I mean, come on. Jane's just a regular survivor in The Walking Dead. Asher is a trained sellsword who's been in Essos for, like, ever. And he's just a badass. You saw how he handled those guards in Marine. It would definitely be Asher, no question. Jane wouldn't stand a chance at all. Then you ask best child character in a Telltale game. Now there aren't many from what I've seen. Wolf Among Us had about a few, like Toad or Kid Toad, and what's her face? Rachel. Then we have Clementine, and you said not Clementine, so I'm gonna have to choose Ryan Forrester from Game of Thrones. He's so brave and so awesome. He's a cool little brother, so definitely have to be Ryan Forrester. He's just, his Iron from Ice quote was definitely the cutest yet weirdest thing ever. He said so awesome. So moving on, the question coming from Abby, asking, do you like drawing? If so, who is your favorite character from anywhere to draw? I got a few drawings that I'm gonna show for like right now. So I like drawing Clementine mostly because Clementine's just so easy to draw. Yes, she's so fun to see her in different poses. So her definitely. And I love drawing Sasuke Uchiha from the anime Naruto. So I got a few drawings here. Nothing too special. Give me a second. Okay, so here are the drawings. This one, like, isn't the most best thing. Sasha from the Walking Dead TV series, there isn't really best thing ever. So I tried. And then we have Fiona from Tales from the Borderlands. Haven't finished coloring her because why not? I mean, I'm too lazy for that. And then we have Sasha from Tales from the Borderlands. And that's probably the best one I've done. I mean, I love Sasha. She's awesome. And then I have Clementine. One of Clementine. Probably the best one I've done. Haven't done it anymore because I haven't really. Those aren't too good. I have one like not gonna. That's awful. I'm sorry. Anyways, then you ask which website on the internet are you on the most? I'm mostly on YouTube. And if not that, then it would be the Telltale forums, because I go on there and I comment sometimes, not a lot, but I love seeing discussions on the forums. Those are really cool. So then you ask, what kind of music do you like? I like I like rap music mostly, as long as it's not like the insanely bad rap music. But I do really love, above that would probably be J-pop or K-pop, the Japanese pop and rock music. Those are so awesome to listen to. Definitely the Tokyo Ghoul opening is so hype and it's so awesome. So definitely we have to be, Japanese music or Korean music. Those are really cool. So anyways, moving on. Next question coming from Forgotten, asking, also, I wanted to ask, when do you think The Wolf Among Us Season 2 is going to be released? Never. Just being honest with you. I'm joking. But anyways, there's been no news ever since they released it on the PS4 and Xbox One platform. So I don't know if they're like saving it for after they finish Minecraft Story Mode and Season 3 of Walking Dead. Because like they might announce it. I hope they will I hope they announce it to actually run aside their Marvel project, because it'd be cool to have a Marvel game of Telltale's and a DC game running beside each other. That'd be pretty cool. So I hope maybe around 2016 or 17. It might not ever happen, like, really, because there's been nothing on it. So I know Telltale wants it a lot, but you know, it depends on what they actually want and if the Bill guy who wrote the comic actually will let them do it. So it actually depends. Next one coming from Pokemon asking, what would you do if Clementine died in Season 3 of The Walking Dead? Like anyone else, I would be completely sad. There would be, like, you know, tears coming down like raindrops. But really, Clementine's an awesome character. It'd be sad to see her, like, like, die. That would be horrible. Like, there's no one I've ever been so attached to other than Lee. And Clementine's the one. I mean, she's just a character we've been through for like 2 seasons and maybe in 3 seasons. So to see her die would be a horrible thing. I mean, that'd be pretty bad. So anyways, then you move on. You ask, what would you do if Telltale quit The Walking Dead and didn't make Season 3? I would be disappointed, but I would also kind of, you know, not sure how I feel. I'd be like sad and stuff like that, but I still follow them. I'd be like, hey, I'm looking out for their Marvel project, I'm looking out for their original IP and everything else. So I wouldn't give up on them. I play their other projects because they are a good company. They aren't really holding my heart for Walking Dead. I love Walking Dead, but still, I love their other games like Tales From The Borderlands and Game of Thrones. So, you know, that would give up hope for a Wolf Among Us Season 2 and a Game of Thrones Season 2. So, you know, that's cool. I'll be pretty sad about that, though. Moving on, we have a question from Jordan asking, in Season 3 of The Walking Dead, do you think it will flash a couple of years and House will have a big community again and Jane and Clementine will be leaders of it? So yeah, this is a question from, you know, the Jane ending. So that's what I'm hoping for, because if they want to make us have our endings, you know, matter in Season 3, that might be the case. I'm hoping that will actually happen, because that'd be pretty cool. So I have hopes for it. I definitely do. So then you ask, why do you think Telltale made so many different endings in The Walking Dead, or in Season 2? Wouldn't it be more difficult to make different storylines and take a long time to make for Season 3? Now, I'm not really sure how they stand on making our choices matter, but that actually might be the case in Season 3 if they want it to actually happen, because the easy option is to, like, tie in all the endings in the Season 2 together with a DLC. Therefore, in Season 3, you start off with everybody in the same place. That'd be kind of, you know, weird, but let's say the DLC has, you know, you start off, you know, at your place. You know, either alone with Kenny or with Jane. Then, towards the end of the DLC, you all come to this one place in all the endings. So, you would get your ending, and you actually go through what your ending was about, and then you end up in the one place, and therefore you can start Season 3 off easier. So that might be the case. That's what I'm guessing right now. So moving on, the question coming from Bruce Wayne, the Batman, asking, what was your favorite Walking Dead episode from Season 2, and what was your least favorite episode? Favorite episode is a tie between episode 2 and 5, but I think episode 2 comes first, because episode 2 was just so great. I love the moment with Pete, because you actually start off with either Pete or Nick, so it kind of like, it threw punches at you throughout the whole episode. You know, you lost Pete, you lost the stranger Matthew, and you kind of got in trouble with Walter and everything else. You met Kenny and everything else, so it was a good episode overall. But least favorite would have to be probably, I'm guessing number 3, episode 3, because I hate how they actually worked on, you know, well, handled Alvin and Nick, because they had no use in the episode. They were going off, they were in the background the whole episode. So probably episode 3. I love the, you know, story of it, but still the choices in it were not the best, and the character development wasn't even the best either. So had to be that one. Moving on, we have a question from Dragon Ball Radiant asking, do you feel Max's abilities to turn back time may start hurting people more than saving them? Like, for instance, Back to the Future and Terminator. So, when episode 3 came out, you know, we have a glimpse of what Max's power did. I won't spoil the game for anybody who hasn't played it, so I won't mention anything spoilery. So, we got a new power of Max's who actually, you know, it hurt her friend. So in order to actually fix something back in time, she had to go ahead and have that thing happen, and then it changed the whole future. So definitely it might start hurting people like what happened at the end of episode 3. So maybe if she actually does a lot of things to save people, it might hurt them in the future because of stuff happening in Arcadia Bay, because the, you know, animals dying and everything else. So it's definitely causing something weird to go on. That might be a definite. So moving on, question coming from Magic Me asking, do you think Garrett and Talia will be a couple when Garrett comes back? And so not really sure how Garrett and Talia really fall into, because, you know, Garrett was a squire of House Forrester, so obviously I'm guessing that, you know, Talia and Garrett were friends at one point, well, have been friends. So not really sure if Talia has feelings for Garrett. I mean, obviously she was sad to see him go and leave Ironrath to go serve a nice watch, so maybe she has feelings for him, not really sure. I think Talia's around the age of, you know, 13, 14, 15, and Garrett's probably in like his late teens, probably 18, 19, or 20, so, you know, it wouldn't be a surprise to see them actually hooking up, but, well, I don't think so for some reason, because I don't see Garrett and Talia, you know, hooking up. That'd be kind of weird, you know. I don't know. It's just me. Anyways, moving on. Questions from Hoxton asking, will there be any romance between Rhys and Fiona? And also Vaughn and Sasha. So on the forums, there have been a lot of threads saying, you know, Rhysha and Rhysha. I'm not really sure. So yeah, that people are shipping the crap out of these characters. I mean, for me, if I were to be, you know, shipping stuff, I'd probably go for Rhysha, you know. Rhys and Sasha. They had the moment in episode 1 that I can't forget about, so definitely had to be Rhysha. So with the amount of threads on the forums, Telltale might just do it, because there's like 4 or 5 threads saying, you know, Telltale, please add romance and stuff like that, and then like Rhysha versus Rhysha or wherever. It's kind of weird, but, you know, it might actually happen because Telltale might see it, so it might happen. So then you ask, when will we get a teaser for The Walking Dead Season 3? I'm guessing not at E3, definitely not. Probably the DLC might be hinted at E3, but maybe towards the end of the year. You might get some more hints like later on, but, you know, maybe that might happen. If not, they might get it early in 2016. So then you ask, will there be any DLC for The Walking Dead Season 2 until Season 3? Job has been hinting at that for the like past longest, you know. Might get some details at E3, so that might just be a definite. And will The Walking Dead Season 3 have 6 episodes? Now, I feel like 5 is their sweet spot, because they haven't had a chance to actually need an extra episode, because they already had enough time to do what they want to do. But if they do want to go as fast as they did in Season 2, they definitely have to add more episodes, because the pacing is not really good and they need more episodes for that. So it's hard to say right about now. I'm not really sure. So moving on. Question from JRS TV asking, do you live stream on Twitch? And that's a no, because my internet here is trash. So maybe when I get a apartment when I go to college, I might have better internet, so I might be streaming more then. But that's not until like next year, so, you know, it'll be a while for that. I'm not really sure. Moving on, then you ask, if you wanted the Xbox One for Halo 5, do you wish for Halo the Master Chief Collection? And definitely a no, because the collection, from what I've heard from like recently, they have been some server issues and the game is completely broken. So definitely not. I don't really like games that have been, you know, broken, because developers actually rush the game out before it's completed. So not until I hear some, you know, good reviews on it, because, you know, recently I heard that game is complete trash from what I've heard. So then you ask, which game franchise do you love the most, Halo or Mass Effect? So no challenge between that, because Mass Effect is a great game. It has choices in it, and the choices actually make a huge difference in the story. So Mass Effect is overall a better series, because Halo's just a FPS, so I'm not really, you know, unless they get some new things into Halo, because Halo 4 was alright, but Halo 3 was the best in my opinion, and I only played Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, and Halo 4, so, you know, the series isn't going as good as it was back then, so we'll see about that. I mean, definitely has to be Mass Effect, so yeah, I love all three of them, so definitely that one. Then we have a question from Walker's Ultimate Gaming asking, House Stark or House Forrester? Now, okay, honestly, I like House Forrester better. House Stark, they're a great house, man. Eddard Stark was awesome. Then we have Bran Stark, he's okay. Arya Stark is completely badass. Then we have Sansa, she's meh. We have Jon Snow, and he is awesome. Oh my god, he's probably the only Stark member that is, you know, completely badass in my opinion. Other than Arya. Arya's pretty cool. So I think House Forrester has more likable characters in my opinion than House Stark does. So definitely has to be House Forrester. Not really liking, you know, Sansa's arc in season 5 right now. She's okay. Arya Stark has been a bit slow, and then we had, you know, the Forresters are just more likable in my opinion. So moving on, we have a question from this guy. I'm going to say your name. Do you think The Walking Dead Season 3 is going to be the best season of The Walking Dead game so far? Now, I think if Telltale makes a good story and make choices actually matter, it could be a good season. Now, they have to listen to us and accept feedback, because Season 2 wasn't as good as Season 1 or any other game, so I think they're learning stuff with Game of Thrones and Tales from the Borderlands. They're actually doing a much better job with their choices and stuff like that, so maybe it has potential. So I'm hoping that they actually do a good job with it and make it the best so far, story-wise and choices-wise. So I hope so. Anyways, last question coming from I Am Clementine asking, who would you rather die in Game of Thrones, Talia or Mira? That's a hard question. That's a really hard question. Mira is pretty cool. Talia is really cool. Like, Talia keeps the family at Ironrath together because of her sheer will. But then Mira, she has a job to do in King's Landing. I think I would honestly choose Mira. I know. Because I don't know, it's kind of a hard choice to do because Mira's pretty cool and I like her a lot. So definitely has to be Mira. I'm sorry, Mira, probably have to choose you over Talia. Talia's just a bit more sweeter and Mira's more of a badass, but then Talia is cool. I don't know. Definitely, I gotta choose Mira on this one. So that's a hard choice. That's definitely a really hard choice. So damn, that's a really hard choice. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this Q&A, guys. If you guys do have any questions from the Telltale games and Life is Strange and anything else you want to ask me, comment down below in the comment box and I'll be sure to add them to the next Q&A. This has been InfernoKun. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I'm out.